Hello all and welcome back. I hope you're all doing really well. Once again, big thank you to all of you guys for the recent love and support on yesterday's video and all of the previous ones. We seem to be building a fantastic community here on the Hedera ecosystem, and I love engaging with all of you and also sharing any of the information that I find. That being said, in today's video, keeping along the theme of Hedera in general, I'm going to be covering several different projects. One of those being Tangent Finance, which is obviously a DEX AMM similar to SourceSwap, which appears to be gearing up for a launch. I've said a few times, and I've seen the comments that you guys have put down in the videos saying, you know, SourceSwap is looking to release in H2. Whilst that is true, that is on their roadmap. They have said several times that they are slightly ahead of the curve, and I believe they're probably only several weeks away from a launch. I reckon they'll launch this half of 2022. And I think that's also sort of confirmed by the fact that Tangent Finance appears to be gearing up for a launch as well. I think we're probably going to see both of these DEXs launch around the same sort of time. Obviously, there will be Tangent tokens similar to Source tokens as part of that DEX on Tangent Finance. I don't think those have gone live yet. Obviously, I will cover those as soon as they go live if you guys want to get early access to those tokens, similar to how Source are running it. Not only that as well, talk a little bit more about Hederastarter in this video. Covered them obviously several times on the channel in the past, had meetings with Connor and the team. There's videos lying on the channel. We also did a live stream with them a few months back now, which was also quite good fun. That being said, they're obviously a launch pad, so they incubate the projects, these new projects to the ecosystem. For example, the two I covered previously being Tangent Finance, one of them, and Metastable, the other, which is the synthetic trading platform, which seems very interesting as well. And I'm still keeping my eye on that to see if there's any more news regarding its launch. The other projects I cover in this video will be Hsuite, which is a smart contractless platform being built on top of Hedera. And the final one being the first meme token on Hedera called SHIBAR, obviously, I guess from Shiba Inu, but it's a meme token now built on the HTS. Seems somewhat interesting. Obviously, it's not really got a lot of utility, and it's, as it says in the name, it's effectively just a meme token. That being said, I've seen lots of comments about it, and they do actually have an initial sale that's open, and I'll run through that later in this video. Kicking this video off though, I just wanted to quickly talk about DOVU again. I mentioned in a previous video talking about porting DOVU assets. There is actually a way now to port DOVU assets from the Binance Smart Chain through to Hedera. This is quite a long-winded process, and it involves using Polybridge to begin. What you'd have to do if you own DOVU tokens on the Binance Smart Chain, which is the most cost-effective way to purchase them, is use something like Polybridge in order to bridge the DOVU tokens on the Binance Smart Chain across to Ethereum, and then from Ethereum, you can use the Hashpack service to port from Ethereum to Hedera. Now, that being said, as you can see highlighted here on screen, unfortunately, the gas fees are still very high to do this. To send from the Binance Smart Chain across to Ethereum, you're going to be paying around 0.06 BNB, which is probably somewhere in the range of about $20, so quite similar to a standard Ethereum transaction. Not only that, once you ported the tokens from Binance Smart Chain to Ethereum, you'll have to pay an Ethereum gas fee to use the Hashpack service. So you're going to pay fees regardless of what happens, and this only makes sense if you've got a large portion of tokens that you wish to stake. That being said, I think it still ends up being potentially slightly more cost effective to buy directly on the Ethereum chain and then port them. However, I'm just going to say that I won't cover it in this video. However, if a lot of you guys have tokens on the Binance Smart Chain that you wish to port for when staking goes fully live on DOVU, let me know and I will do a tutorial. I'll swallow the fees for you guys to show you how to do this process from end to end, Binance Smart Chain to Ethereum, from Ethereum into the Hashpack service, into the Hedera Token Service. Anyway, like I said, let me know what you guys' thoughts on that are. I'm happy to do it if that's something that you want to see. That being said, let's jump over and take a quick look at SHIBAR. So the first meme DAO on the Hedera network. So SHIBAR is a unit of length, the span of a person's hand. SHIBAR is the first official community-driven meme DAO of the Shibr series to be carbon negative, thanks to Hsuite. So this ties back into that Hsuite. the Hedera network enhanced. SHIBAR is able to achieve obviously 10,000 transactions per second, infinite with sharding, while being completely transparent and visible in the mainnet. Nonetheless, SHIBAR is able to read all of the associated transactions happening in the Hedera network and act accordingly without the use of smart contracts. And this is what Hsuite is enabling. They took the challenge from Dr. Lehman to build platforms without the use of smart contracts, and they have risen to the task very successfully, it seems. So why SHIBAR? SHIBAR is the first DAO to exist in a post-smart contract era. The team has developed a state-of-the-art smart node engine that is scalable to infinity. Mince my words there. Hybrid staking. So SHIBAR offers the opportunity to stake tokens through the proof of belief protocol. The protocol emulates staking operations of the treasury, allowing believers to be rewarded with more SHIBAR. Smart nodes. Hsuite is the first to implement the concept of smart nodes on Hedera alongside the proof of reputation protocol. Validators will be rewarded with Karma tokens redeemable for Shibr. Liquidity pools as well, so SHIBAR network will allow to list and exchange Hedera custom tokens, farm to table to expedite adoption of blockchain 3.0 through the SHIBAR launchpad. And then you've got the energy and sustainability. The Hedera Token Service enables cost reductions and greater efficiencies for renewable energy credits, REC platforms, enabling individuals to meet their eco-friendly goals. So obviously all of this has been powered by Hsuite. So the SHIBARnomics, or the tokenomics of the project in general, IMO, so the initial phase is 40%, development fund 5%, they're giving away 10%, and the treasury will be holding 45%. The supply is finite with a total supply of 90 billion tokens. Max supply of 100 billion tokens, and initial supply of 100 billion. So it looks like they're launching immediately. The type obviously being fungible, 4 decimal places, unpaused. Have a look at their their short sort of roadmap. So we can see we're sort of moving into Q2. We're in Q2, so public launch is going live. The SHIBAR improvement proposal, the SHIP, will be coming as well in Q2, and then in Q3, community events to increase the power of the SHIBAR family. So obviously a lot of this is sort of meme based. You'd expect nonetheless from a dog name token. That being said, you can actually currently buy SHIBAR, and I thought I would just quickly run through how to do this, and I'll pick up 100 Hbars worth in this video. This is not something that I'd probably recommend compared to other projects. I have no idea about the longevity of this. However, considering 100 Hbars around $20, I'll take the risk just to show you guys how to do it if you're interested in doing it. Again, this is obviously not financial advice at all, and I suggest you do a lot more research into this before doing it. Like I said, I'm doing this for sort of more content reasons. So the step one would be having a Hedera wallet. So they're talking here about using the Walla wallet. I'm obviously going to use Hashpack. Naturally, the first step of this will be to associate a token, which is this token ID, 0.0751086. Send the Hbars you want to swap to the IMO address, which is this address. I think you can also, in the memo, put a referral address. If you guys do this, please pop in my address as a memo. Potentially we get something additional. That being said, let me just quickly find, before I do this, yeah, so the SHIBAR pre-sale, it's 40 billion tokens that are currently in the pre-sale, and 100 Hbar buys you 10 million SHIBAR tokens, and it's a minimum buy-in of 100 Hbar. So you must send 100 Hbar to this address in order to receive your tokens. I'm not sure what happens if you send less than that. So anyway, let's quickly run through this. So associate the token ID. So we'll grab this first. I'm going to bring up my Hashpack wallet. Okay, so I've just punched in the token wallet. Just punched in the token to the wallet. So the token ID being 0.0751086. We can see it comes up as SHIBAR, the symbol with the max supply, no trade fees. Let's just associate this token. So it's going to use a small amount of Hbar in order to cover the association fee. So once this associates, we can then go ahead to send the 100 Hbar across. So we can see SHIBAR is now present in my wallet, and we can see here, send the Hbars you want to swap to the IMO address. So we'll punch that address in next. So we'll go to transfer to a new address, 0.0.751092. If I could actually type 751092. So 0.0751092. I'd recommend you copy and paste this. Send to here, select asset that I want to send, Hbar. I'm going to send 100 Hbar, which is roughly 20 USD. And in the memo, as I said, apparently you receive a benefit if you put in a wallet address that referred you. So I'm probably going to receive nothing for this. If you do decide to buy these tokens, like I said, do some research first. Appreciate if you stick in my memo. Potentially we both get a little bit extra of the SHIBAR. My wallet ID is there. Next, so we can see here, I'm going to send to 0.0751092 100 Hbar, the network fee, the memo I've put in, which is my wallet address, and then total 100 Hbar, send. I'll come back once this is sent. Okay, that took about 10 to 15 seconds for the SHIBAR to show up in my wallet. So you can now see it's giving me the 10 million tokens I purchased with the 100 Hbar. And it's also given me an additional reward of 200 tokens. So that being said, if you guys do decide to buy some SHIBAR and you want an additional 200 tokens, punch in my wallet address as the memo 0.0670338. And you will probably receive an additional 200 tokens as well. I'm guessing that I will probably receive an additional 200 for any of the transactions you guys do. Like I said, I'll stress this again. This is not something that I'd probably recommend people to do. I've done this for video purposes to show you guys if you're interested in how to purchase this. This is obviously a meme project. It won't have a ton of utility from what I can see initially. There may be some in the future. Maybe it's a good bet for 100 Hbar. Obviously, do your own research. Flicking over, like I said, let's just have a quick look at Hsuite again. So the smart contractless DeFi on Hedera. As I said, they rose to the challenge effectively, where Dr. Lehman was talking about how you could build these kind of platforms without smart contracts or smart contractless platforms. Hsuite rose to the challenge and have done it very successfully, obviously with SHIBAR being one of the first ones on here. That also being said, Hsuite we'll be having a pre-sale very soon, so we can see round one of the pre-sale with an initial token offering price of $0.0005 per token. So round one ID is here and it is coming soon. So I will be covering this as soon as this round one becomes available. Hopefully it's available to smaller investors. Obviously not everyone's a whale. Maybe we'll be able to jump into this early and pick up some Hsuite tokens. My general idea on the Hedera ecosystem at the moment is to try and get involved, obviously, with as many of these projects as possible. The Hedera ecosystem is going to continue to develop at a massive rate, and it's fantastic to see. Flicking over again, if we have a quick look at Hederastarter, obviously I've covered them many times on the channel. These are the guys that are actually incubating the TNGNT project. They have an awesome team, obviously one of the main guys being Connor. Brilliant bloke, obviously had lots of chats with him in the past, and I'm hoping to do some more content with him in the future. I do need to reach back out to him as they've developed and come along a long way since then. As I've mentioned before, they have been talking about their initial sale of the HSTART token with the additional utility that will provide, and I do believe that is coming in sometime around April. I will be reaching out to him to try and confirm a little bit more information. Perhaps we'll get him back on the channel to have a talk about the project, what's going to be happening next, and any more key dates that we'll see into the future. That being said, let's just quickly play this video for you guys. So we can see here, this is a preview of the Tangent Finance DEX that they're seeing here. So exchange.tangent.bar. And it's just a real quick playthrough of what's happening and something that we could expect to see in the short future. So we can see it looks exactly like what we'd expect from a DEX, very similar to how PancakeSwap looks and Uniswap in general. So extremely bullish on this, and hopefully we'll see something very, very soon. Check out their Discord at tangent_finance. They post lots of different information. I do think they will be launching very, very soon. Rounding up the video, just wanted to talk about the Hbar Foundation. They have recently just given another grant to Drop. So the grant from the Hbar Foundation allows Drop to incentivize new customers with a $5 credit towards their first purchase. We want customers to have a first-hand experience making a digital purchase or making micro donations or tips. So this is what Drop specializes in. Drop offers new purchasing options to consumers and an extremely easy to use experience to make small value purchases. We want consumers to try out Drop. This grant is the catalyst that will help boost the adoption of small value purchases. So obviously this has been built on top of the Hedera Hashgraph network. Obviously the DLT delivering high performance. Drop offers a pay-per-use pricing option to merchants. So this is a sort of novel use case, and they are being backed by the Hbar Foundation. Again, this is quite a big thing. Micropayments in general are massive in this day and age, and they've been developing at a very rapid rate over the last sort of 5 years, I'd say. Fantastic to see something like this being pulled into the Hedera world. Anyway, I hope you guys sort of enjoyed this video. Lots more coming for the Hedera ecosystem in general. If you did, make sure you drop a like, leave a comment if you've got something to say. Also, make sure you subscribe. We just surpassed 1,500 subscribers and we're moving towards the next milestone of 2K. Further to that, if you guys do use Twitter, make sure you follow me over on Twitter, sort of 500 and something followers now. I post lots of different infographics and news regarding the Hedera ecosystem. Until then, I'll catch you in the next one. Cheers.